Today's video, we're going to talk about what's going on in week 3 of the Major League Baseball season. The 2 no-hitters that were thrown this week in baseball. And we're going to get a little bit into the NL East, how it's shaken out. We're also going to talk about who's hot, who's not. And we're going to talk about my favorite team that's not the Mets all the way on the West Coast in California. And it's not the Dodgers, but it's the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. What's going on, everybody? Dr. Mike back for episode 3 of Wisdom from the Upper Deck. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button, sign up for notifications, share the video, like it, and get into it. Tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your uncle who loves baseball, who's always complaining. Me and him would definitely get along. Throw me a comment below. Let me know what you think of the video. Tell me I'm absolutely wrong on everything I talk about, or tell me that you agree with me. Either way, I'd love to converse with you on the World Wide Web of things. Week 3, I know the MLB doesn't go in weeks, but I'm calling it week 3 because this is the 3rd video and we're 3 weeks into the season. Week 3 of the Major League Baseball season, and things are starting to happen. We've had 2 no-hitters. San Diego finally ending the drought, something like 40 years of no-hitters. The no-hitter Twitter counter has been restarted. Joe Musgrove grew up very close to San Diego in El Cajon, just out on the freeway a little bit, kind of past Pacific Beach, Ocean Beach, Mission Beach, heading east. El Cajon native, throwing the first no-hitter for San Diego. And just a few days later, Chicago, Southside, Carlos Rodon throws a no-hitter for the White Sox. He almost threw a perfect game, but he plunked a guy in the foot 2 batters before the end of the game in the bottom of the 9th. Oi! Congrats to those guys. No-hitters are fun. But I think we're going to get into a little bit of our no-hitters kind of bullshit as it stands right now. NL East, the Mets are actually on top. They're the only team with a winning percentage above 500, although they've played less games because they've been rained out like 100 times. Another rain out today. DeGrom's supposed to pitch. He's going to be pitching tomorrow in Colorado where it's supposed to snow and be 27 degrees. Whatever. Anyway, the Mets are technically at the top of the NL East. Does not mean that they're the best team. I don't know who the best team in the NL East is, to be honest with you. I think it's the Braves, but for some reason, they are 5-8. That doesn't make any sense to me. Marlins look pretty good. Nice young team. There's some great pitching. The Nationals, who knows what's up with them. I mean, Strasburg got knocked around, but Scherzer pitched well the other night. Phillies look like they should have a good offense, although they could not hit against the Mets for 3 days in a row. Pitching's pretty good, but apparently their bullpen kind of sucks. The Mets bullpen sucks too. So really, to be honest with you, I have absolutely no idea which team looks like they should be on top in the National League East. But as of today, it's the Mets. So there you go. I'll take it. DeGrom threw another gem last week. Took a loss. Are you kidding me? 14 Ks. 14 Ks. 14 Ks. He lost. Now, I know wins and losses in baseball, whatever. To me, they fucking count, okay? Score some runs for your boy DeGrom, Metsies. To be honest with you, I'm a little concerned. Alonso, McNeil, Conforto, even Lindor. These guys are not hitting. I know it's like a couple weeks in, but in spring training they were looking good, and now they look like shit. So I don't know what the heck's going on. It's probably still too early to try to figure out who's the best team in the National League East, or figure out who the best team is in the National League or in the American League, but I know this much. It's fun to win, and the Mets are winning, so I'll take it. Let's talk about no-hitters. Now, in the last 5 days, we've seen the 306th and the 307th no-hitter in Major League history. Usually, you get about 1 a year. There's been 2 a year for the past few years, and there's even been some combined no-hitters where 3 or 4 pitchers pitched a couple years ago. But so far, we're only a couple weeks into the Major League season in 2021, and we've seen 2 no-hitters. Padres, White Sox. Now, what's interesting is that the White Sox have actually had the past 2 out of the 5 no-hitters in the last few years. I don't know. Giolito threw it, and Rondon. Now, I want to say that I think No-hitters are kind of bullshit, even though I absolutely love it. And the Mets have only thrown one, and it was Johan Santana. And even that no-hitter was bullshit because if you go back, it was before instant replay, and Beltran, of all players on the Cardinals, had a hit, but they ruled it foul, and then I think he popped out to end the inning. So what are you gonna do? This just is what it is. But if you roll it back, that no-hitter is bullshit. But you know what's not bullshit is the no-hitter that was a one-hitter that R.A. Dickey threw that same year. It was an error. David Wright bobbled the ball, ruled it a hit. R.A. Dickey won the Cy Young that year, pitched his ass off. Should have had a no-hitter to show for it, but he threw a one-hitter. And if my memory serves me, I believe he threw 2 one-hitters that year, or the Mets threw 2 one-hitters that year, which is even rarer. One-hitters are even rarer than no-hitters. Anyway, I mean, there's a lot of luck that goes into it. There's almost always a play that seals it. Johan Santana's no-hitter. Mike Baxter ran into the wall, broke his arm, or smashed his face. He never played again. He took one for the team. Carlos Rodon's no-hitter. Jose Abreu fielding the ball at first, made a play for the ages to preserve the no-hitter. There's almost always, a close call to preserve the no-hitter, like a true no-hitter where guys are getting struck out and there's, absolutely no chance that anybody's hitting anything. Those are no-hitters that I like, but I'll take it. There are 6 teams with only 1 no-hitter. Mets, Blue Jays, Padres, Rockies, Brewers, Rays. Nolan Ryan, 7 no-hitters in his career. Sandy Koufax, 4 no-hitters coming in second. We got 4 guys tied for third place with 3 no-hitters. Corcoran, Feller, Verlander, and of course Cy Young. At the end of the day, I guess I have to take back the statement that no-hitters are bullshit. I guess no-hitters are actually pretty great. We are going to end today's episode talking a little bit about Shohei Ohtani and the LA Angels of Anaheim. Mike Trout, Joe Adell, Upton, Rendon. Mike Trout off to a vicious start. He's hitting like 400. But Ohtani is looking like the two-way Babe Ruth star that we always thought he could be. This guy is incredible. He's striking guys out. He's winning games. He's hitting home runs. He has the fastest pitch thrown in the Major League this year and the hardest hit ball in the Major Leagues this year. CC Sabathia says he's the best baseball player he's ever seen. Ever. I did not pick the Angels to even win the West, but, and I know it's early, they really look good. Who's hot? Boston Red Sox, very hot. Angels hot. Yankees, not. Who's hot in the National League? Dodgers, Padres, Cincinnati. Thanks for joining in. Throw me a comment below. Let me know what you think of the video. Tell me I'm absolutely wrong on everything I talk about, or tell me that you agree with me. Either way, I'd love to converse with you on the World Wide Web of things. We'll see you next week. Peace.